Let me start with, my brother VDM matter. VDM has come under attack from various quarters. Anyway, let me start with we have to even start the matter. Because I get many matters I want to discuss today. Yeah, let me start with the whole VDM revolution. VDM now get power to do revolution, and VDM no can't do the revolution. I don't tell you now before for this country, say. now Costa say all the things that they go through for Nigeria is your fault. It's your fault. Me, I believe, wholeheartedly in consistency of people. If you are consistent, I can trust you. Now make me if now look well, now consistency make me they choose anybody with me, I did their side. If you did for A today, day for A tomorrow. If you go do B, give us a tangent reason why that your A when you tell us before don't change. You just wake up, change to B. Don't everybody say A is the right way. Then one day you just change to B. You don't give anybody the reason. No cogent excuse. Those kind of people I cannot trust. Consistency is key. That's why when I look anybody with me, I don't do analysis for. If I analyze situation, you see that's why with any kind jaguju ragba, just dabo iloju, just use a fizzy, bring the illusion, everybody will fall for it. Nobody care about evidence about anything. No matter what, so far their illusion is working. So far the illusion is working. Nobody cared. Say there's no evidence, no concrete foundation behind it. Everybody will follow the train. Say yeah, because now they work. I never see where I don't tell you anything about anybody or tell you anything about anything. You don't understand where I did wrong. Ibrahim Traore don't tell you finally yesterday say democracy is not for African people. Say an authoritarian government you need. As I told you people from day one about him. When I say he go do election, he just want to make everything calm down. I told you that Ibrahim Traore is there to hold power. Every step he made is to consolidate power. Every step he make is to consolidate his own grasp on power. And the more he consolidates that grasp on power, the more he will show his true despotic and autocratic tendencies. Because we don't go through this one for Africa before. We have seen all these men in Africa before. They come from my page. They're jealous. Me will be civilian. They say I'm jealous Traore. I don't die. Africans can be as stupid as all this why they tell is going to this whole so-called VDM and revolution. But what you people want, and what the people that are advising you, that VDM now get power to do revolution, is your main problem in Africa. And that the problem make African people, if you open their eye, after 40 years of military rule in Africa, when the evidence they show now what the military don't do for Africa, you people can stand up and open your dirty mouth to support some kind of military junta again, for whatever excuse. Because Africans want revolution by proxy. What I call them? Revolution by proxy. African people, especially the people whose responsibility it is to carry out the bloodless revolution this country needs. And I will tell you now, the revolution will go happen for this country. If it change this country, the only revolution that can change this country. Fighting war with gun cannot change Nigeria. Look at tell you something. If you go back and look at the Bolshevik, the first revolution where they inspire all of us for this generation, because not be the French Revolution they inspire us to do revolution now, not be the French Revolution we kill the kings. No. Now the Bolshevik revolution, the inspire world revolution now. The revolution where remove kings and replace kings with paupers. That replace kings with workers. The Bolshevik revolution. Now they inspire people today. That's the revolution, the class revolution. And if you look at that revolution, did it change Russia? Where is Russia today? Russia, after 150 years, they are back in oligarch classist economy ruled by a dictator called an autocrat called Putin. All the Bolshevik, Lenin, all their war and fight and the bloodshed, you can actually say in Russia today, that is for nothing. Because Russia went through the whole Soviet, everything. Where did they end up? Why? Because the society continued to remain divided. When you fight them, you think if you fight all these our people, all this ruling class of Nigeria, if you now use gun and force, fight them, so we actually force them by bloodshed. Shame that they will just run. Go sit down for somewhere, fold their hand. They look on that. Do you think they will just give up all their free buzuzu where they enjoy? Shame when I say they will just give up on that, fold their hand. When they look on that, they change Nigeria. Never. There will be what they call counter-revolution. Immediately, there will be a counter-revolution that will lead to a civil war. America, Russia, China, all of them will side with these people. I'm guaranteeing you. Even the ones who will side with us in this conflict, they will side with both us and them together. They will give both sides arms. Because the more we fight, the more they gain. I will get to the point of the kind of revolution that we need in this country. And I will tell you that you should be ashamed of yourself if anybody tells you that VDM can lead that revolution. Now, what people are discussing here is anarchy. You want anarchy. And they tell you, all of you want anarchy. And your masters will promote anarchy with you. So that they can, destroy Nigeria, all their crime. That's what everybody wants. That is what everybody is pushing Nigeria through to anarchy. The ones where they chop, want at least chop enough. When we say they not chop as much as they can chop, but make their chopping lead Nigeria to anarchy. That's what they want. They want to chop Nigeria into anarchy. Finish. Those ones where they fight, they want to destroy Nigeria, use violence to drag Nigeria into anarchy. Nobody is really discussing or cares about this country truly developing, truly fixing our problems. I tell them about Peter Obi. I say, Peter Obi, if Atiku chose him, you never go to LP. They do in boy, they go for where he did. Where is it today? I wasn't wrong. It's back where it's supposed to be. But those evidence, what they show now, clear fact. You can say it 1 million times. You mad people will still come online. No, regardless of what the what's it called? Regardless of what the evidence they show now for their behavior, for their alliances, for their alignment, the way they move. Will you people care about that evidence? You now when they talk miracle talk. Miracle talk of believing in, stupid talk, childish talk. We don't get any basis behind them. People don't rule a whole state. When you don't show me the human development of that state. You cannot show me how they develop the life of human beings. I don't tell you the development in Nigeria. You cannot show me any. That's why when they have, talk about one governor OT. Say OT they try. Show me the human development. The only development anybody can point to say in Nigeria is business development. Business development. The only thing they invest money in this country, now things where we say as they spend the money on top. Business can use it. It's for their business to you. Phone is for business. Road is to transport goods. There's no. Where is the investment in education? They don't increase salary of professors to say best. They go bring professors from America, from England, from France to come teach you now. No, the kind of people they teach for inside private schools. From where all over the world they go bring them. You don't see any international teacher for our public school before. Do you? I say Oshomole for this Nigeria. It tests teachers for your states. All the teachers, most of them fail. Because some teachers will fail the exam of being teacher. They got to send them to they go do the training. All the teachers strike. Say they don't want to be better. Nigerians support the teachers. Say Oshomole is the bastard. That's the only good thing I'll show you Oshomole doing his life. And Nigerians support the good thing. Say he wants to oppress the teachers. What do you mean you want to oppress somebody that doesn't know the job? That is supposed to teach the children. Anyway, as I said, we live in a fantasy. We live in fantasy. We live in fantasy. Fantasy life here. In a fantasy, we don't want to believe in fantasy. So, revolution by proxy. People when we say they want to sit down in their house, they want to sit down in England, sit down in America, laughing at Nigerians. Even worse, they are laughing to say, "My father is part of the people that did this to you." You people are stupid. And just to park themselves on the person's stage. They will hail her. Say yes, you and your past for our country. Thank you for telling us how useless we are. The only revolution that can change Nigeria is when those people, when they work for these bastards, is in the hands of the professionals of this country. VDM cannot change Nigeria. The bankers, the lawyers, the accountants, the doctors, the civil servants, now they be the bastards where we save this country. If VDM talk today, say, revolution now, everybody come outside. Yes, youth will go outside. But guess who will still be working? The bankers. And as long as the bankers they work, they will just shoot now, they go for street in me. Nothing will change. Bankers don't go close bank because VDM talks say revolution now. Say bankers will close their bank. We told you Olimelu close UBA if VDM calls for a revolution. We Dangote close his refinery if VDM calls for a revolution. The refinery workers will still go there every day to pump the petrol and pump the oil. All the oil workers will go to work every day and pump the oil and pump the petrol. Meaning that the soldiers will just be on the streets killing all the youths that are there. The only revolution in this country is when the workers of Nigeria, the workers, you professionals, you teachers, lecturers, doctors, real estate agents, which other year work do they do? Tech bros, all you assholes that wind the gears of oppression, that continue to, all you policemen that collect order, army that take order to fire When the professionals of Nigeria stand on revolutionary business, that is the only time. Why nothing say protest they happen? Now when NLC calls strike, government they call for meeting. And I never notice. I don't know why government they call for meeting when NLC calls strike. I don't know why. Because money has stopped flowing. Money has stopped flowing. Workers of Nigeria are the ones with the key to Nigerian revolution, not VDM. You people don't stop making demigods out of people. This is your people's problem. VDM has always been consistent. That's why he's my friend. That's why I tell people he's a necessity. He's consistent in his approach to Nigeria. He has never deviated. I can trust what he's going to say, what he's going to do. But I still advise him because I'm not going to impose my will on anybody. I advise him, I say, VDM, with this thing you are doing, you must politicize yourself. Because that's how it works. And if you don't want to do the politics, no worry. You go say, where you there, politics will still come meet you there. And it is happening to him. That's why all these people are coming outside to attack him, say all these things, revolution is in his hand. Why? Politics has come to meet him, and he has to open his eye, which is know how he wants to politicize himself well. To politicize himself well. They want to make a demigod. If any Nigerian, I say, there's no Nigerian that can try any such nonsense in this country without carrying Nigerian workers along. That is why they repeated, there is a game played against the youths in this country to make your mind, you know, when they give you delusion of grandeur, when people lie to you about who you are, you begin to think, say you pass as you be. Once you don't think, say you pass as you be, finish. Now what the elders of this country they do to young people with that? By telling them, the youth of Nigeria are the problem. They don't want to change Nigeria. Youth are waiting be youth business inside the development of country. I said, show me the country that young people build in this world. Show me in the history of nation building that young people gather themselves together and built a nation. Where has it happened? Nations are built with the experience of the old and the strength and energy of the youth. Together, working together, and the experience to create the, like we say, see what's in this country need, then the youth, they'll get imagination, which is part of imagination and mental energy. So not only physical energy, imagination, mental energy, the youth will carry those ideas where the experience of the adults don't bring to the fore. So now what's in the country, how the country need to move. These countries, adults, don't want to think, they don't want to give country vision. They have the experience is lacking. You understand? They don't get vision to give the youths. So instead of giving the youth vision, they give the youth what? Division. You understand? Instead of giving you vision, they give you what? Division. And all of you believe them because, first of all, the first division, one of you are rich, one is poor. Rich man is better than poor man. Now first swallow that one. Man is better than woman. You go swallow that one. Christian is better than Muslim. Muslim is better than Christian. Both of you are better than traditional religion. You swallow that one. So now everybody look up to youth to do something about the country. That one day youth could just pour outside. They want you people to help them to destroy, to get to the anarchy. And they tell you, that's why one person when Papa don't follow spoil this country. We can't tell them, we're going to go to anarchy. So that all the crimes when family don't commit can be erased forever. That's what they all want, one way or the other. Everybody wants the crimes of this country that they have all committed to be washed away. That's it. That is it. Everybody's crime, they inside different files, they inside different people memory. They are all afraid. They cannot sleep. They cannot eat. They cannot truly enjoy themselves. That's why for anything, the only enjoyment they can get now from your pain. From your pain. That's why they will come. That's why they will let you jealous them. They must post. When they do something, they must post that. They must post. No matter how old. Imagine billionaires in their cities posting that they are enjoying life in Singapore. I mean, what kind of how mad? You know, because the enjoyment is when they not reading the comment. When you come begin in such a papa, then after that your life, you are using your life to mock. You are mocking your own life because of them. They say you're jealous, and that's when they cannot find some joy in their life. Without your own pain, they cannot find joy.
It's like the people that the comments give them validation.
Exactly, that validation they find because none of their action is worth anything. Their acts are hollow, hollow, very hollow acts, empty acts. So they need you to validate it. They need you to validate it. And you are, of course, they are mumu now. Very few people from Nigeria get sense. You know, out of 1,000 people in Nigeria, you know, you are picking at least 980 ignorant mumu there. 980 mumu there. Only 20 people because they try. They maneuver brain small. And they tell you now 980, and that 980 is not their fault. It's the elders that has mudded their brain. And out of the 980 people, 570 are online. 570 are online.
You have to mislead the people.
So revolution by proxy. That's why we are following our oppressor. They talk say there's hope in ADC. ADC are they want to change Nigeria, they want to fight Tinubu to change Nigeria. ADC. That's why we'll be looking at military regimes to come and give us freedom that we can give ourselves. We, the professionals of Africa, we don't read book, we don't go school, we don't search about it, when they watch news, we get internet, when they pay our rent, when they travel, when they see this world. Some of us, they see them physically, we they see them, we talk to our friends for phone, we they read about this world, we know what's going on. Yet we keep quiet. We go to work every day, helping them to launder money, helping them to manipulate the oil market, helping them to do mago and bribery in the civil service. As an accountant, we did the E-way, like lecturer, we did school, they fake grade, they collect money, all those nonsense things that we do. That is the real revolution to stop this system. Not to say, now for VDM and in Nigeria Salvation Day. Even when Showore and VDM this week, is the consistency of both men. Don't you see Showore in Peter Obi protest? Even when they fight Peter Obi, say he don't go be a candidate, Showore go to fight for her. That is consistency. Me, I'm not that magnanimous. And I can never. But Showore, that is his personality. Even when they do their electoral reform protest, Showore went to the protest more than Obi. Yes. So I'm not surprised at all that he will comment that they should not use the law to oppress somebody, blah, 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 blah. But left to me, that somebody is not somebody to fight for. And I don't talk to my own guys as we talk to them online. And I'm sure the thing is over. I don't talk to them privately. I also need to talk the matter privately. You know, because we cannot be seen. But at the same time, everybody is consistent in that avenue. It's consistency. It doesn't matter to me. Be consistent. Be consistent. Where is the consistency in your behavior? Where is the consistency in your behavior? Then I sleep. You know, I wake up on which day be that? On the 30th. I've been at the 31st. Now here I see headline. SEUN KUTI. First of all, if I start, everybody where they involved with Instablog Nigeria, all these bloggers. Sherry, see, I'm telling you people, you think you are making money, you think your life is good. Amy, you see me like this. And at the go everybody say, continue. February. But it's already budget. Your life already destroyed. So no worry. You are standing on your last leg already. Budget finally. Let me show you how these people operate in a sinister way. Right? So Nigerian Christians are killed just before Easter. Right? Christians in Nigeria are, and you know, they are mourning. Or supposedly mourning. Let's agree. They say they are mourning. Because they are angry. They say they are angry. They say they are mourning. Then the bastards at Instablog Nigeria carry post. SEUN KUTI says Nkrumah, Lumumba, Sankara are greater men than Jesus Christ. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. But did I say it yesterday? Did I say it before yesterday? Did I say it on the 30th of March? Go and look at the video. I was still living in my former house on Allen. On Akioshiemi. This like I've moved out of the house like 5 years now. So I forgot when I did that live. It must have been 5-6 years ago, minimum. You want to go and take something that I said. Why would they do that? Because that is the question. Why will these bastards go and take something I've said 5 years ago to come and say it as if I just said it yesterday when Christians were just killed? Like to be as if I'm an insensitive, you know, what kind of human and you people say you want good governance. These are the people that say Tinubu are bad. Tinubu's government is full of bad people. You are the people that say Tinubu is bad. You are the people that want to remove Tinubu and replace him with Peter Obi. You people want to replace what is going on. You people have the capacity to do revolution. You